hope you're doing fine. I hope you're discoing. I hope you're loving disco. I hope it's taking you up in the sky, among the angels, up in the heavens. Ah, I hope you're doing fine. And positiva. Hope you're doing fine. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're disco. And this is a follow-up video on my previous video for bullish case for gold in GDX. And if you watch my tone last time, I had a dominant voice because this is my bread and butter. This is my livelihood. This is what I do for a living, and that I'm getting paid by positive alpha and gold via GDX or dust when I want to short sell it. All right. So I am very bullish on GDX. I start with 30-year yield, and you can see the break and this trend line and that dome looking shape that shows a topping like a topping saucer with a bearish disco combo all the way. Okay, good deal. So I always start with the yield breakdown in the 30-year yield. Confirms to me that disco is going to be on our sides and GDX and Nugget will go up. All right. Good deal. Leave this page, why don't you? Page. All right. So this is my second thing I do. GLD GDX ratio. GLD, the ETF for gold, divided by GDX price action gives us this thing. And we formed a bearish wedge right here. And we broke down this bearish wedge with a determined gap down that confirms a reversal pattern, which this one, with a bearish disco combo. And also the RSI misses the 70 level, which ensures a top in this ratio. So the lower the ratio is the better for gold and GDX and everything. Okay, so breakdown in the GLD GDX ratio. All right, now I'm talking about Euro USD MACD only, with GDX price action below it. And always I always check. I'm always bullish when this MACD in bullish mode, where the black is over the red. I don't even look at it if the black is not over the red. So if you use this as a buying signal, you would have bought it at 26, maybe 80, and you'll be on the money right now. But it's not an absolute buying signal, but it's a check. Bullish MACD, check. All right, so Euro USD, MACD is in bullish mode, which gives GDX price action a boost. All right, this is the most important thing for me. It is the USD JPY MACD and also price action. Every time you have the black below the red, good things happen in, see how accurate it is, in GDX, okay? So we are definitely in bullish mode in GDX and also bearish mode in the USD JPY, which is really important to have before I go, before I buy GDX. So you could see it. Let me do dust here to show you how accurate and how helpful it is. So every time you have a positive MACD for the USD JPY, you have a beautiful boost in the dust. That's why I live off of this. I go long, short gold miners. So good deal. All right, this is SLV GDX ratio. So it is the SLV ETF for silver divided by GDX price action. And we want this ratio to be lower to give us a beautiful entry signal now, and we just had this bearish MACD today and a beautiful, gorgeous. Actually, it was yesterday. Yes, yesterday, and we had a beautiful, or maybe today. Oh well, it is today. Okay, no, yesterday. Okay, and we had a beautiful entry in GDX. If you follow this thing, you would have bought GDX at 26.25. Okay, say 26.30. All right, so you're in the money right now. So I do. First, I look at the 30-year bond. I would want bullishness in the bond prices or bearishness in the yield. I look at GLD GDX ratio. I looked at SLV GDX ratio, and I look at the Euro USD MACD, JPY USD MACD, and now I'm looking at the another thing. Let me and I posted this in my Twitter last week for the two people that watch me, and I claimed, and I got locked out, that every time, and this is the weekly time frame for GDX here, and this is Newmont, which is the biggest gold mining company in the world. Price action weekly time frame right here. Every time you have a higher low and a higher low in GDX, where you have a low and lower low in Newmont, that's a positive divergence, which means the riskier companies are making higher low, and that means a beautiful rally follows. And this happened how much? 100% of the time in the past. And you can look at it right here. And it posted this be prior to this rally, and you can see how beautiful it is. And it came into fruition. All right. So I talked about GDX, the positive divergence between GDX and Newmont in the weekly time frame. All right. Good deal. So let's move on. And this is what I do usually after a rally or after a severe sell-off. I look at the divergences among GDX, GDXJ, and the JPY USD. So the first one is GDX right here, and you can see those negative divergence. This is GDXJ, which is the ETF for junior gold miners, and below it is the yen against the dollar. Okay, so GDX breakout, GDXJ breakout. Yet now, even though the trading range is very tight, but they did not confirm it. The yen against the dollar did not confirm it, but I'm not really worried at all. But just to mention it, usually it is if it's at the top, it's more scary. So you can see here you have higher highs in GDX, higher highs in GDXJ, lower high in yen, and bad things happen. And same thing is here in early 2023. Okay, so I do this too. Good deal. So now let's look at GDX by itself. All right. So what happened today? We have a breakout in this bullish wedge. Okay, very decisive breakout in this bullish wedge where you have 1, 2, 3 reversal. So you broke out the downtrend line, and you make a higher high, and you close above the high of that day. The high in 20th of Feb was 27.24, and now we are 27.32 and a half. So definitely a confirmed 1, 2, 3 reversal with a breakout. Okay, and also we have a bullish disco combo where you have a bullish MACD, bullish stochastic, and the RSI above 50. And the good thing, you had a positive divergence, which is always beautiful at a bottom. Not to mention when you miss the 70 level, the 30 level in the RSI, usually that means a bottom. All right. So this is another chart for GDX. This is also GDX, as I talked in the last video. This shows a capitulation volume in Feb 13th, though it caught my attention. And now we have a breakaway gap right here with the breakout in this bullish wedge I talked about in the previous chart, and with high volume, and also bullish disco combo and a bullish divergence. All right, so this is GDX in the weekly time frame, and the first thing that catches my mind is it respected this support of this area, the zone, and it did. This zone had support in recently in October, and also in the last early this month and last week. Okay, good deal. So what happened? We bounced from support. We had a bullish engulfing in the weekly time frame where you open lower right here and you close above the previous candle, which is really, really bullish. And the most important thing, the stochastic buy next week is going to be over 20. And every time this happens, the corrections is over. I would say at least 70% of the time, not always, sorry, 70% of the time when you have this, the correction is over. Okay, good deal. So please like if you like, share, subscribe, and do remember, disco is forever!